maybe a micro membership with information, because a lot of things that I teach are not general knowledge things. And there are quite a few people that are interested. And then, I'd like to do, and I've done live events before, and then my big ticket item would be people coming in, for personal ministry. But I want to get a lot of the teaching stuff online, because I could send people home and say, you need to do this course, you need to do this video, or you have to have this done before you come, that sort of thing.
Well, this sounds pretty much like a life coaching program.
Yeah, I think it does. Yeah, I think that's the closest that I could come to it is trying to figure out what about the closest box is the life coach box.
Okay.
You want to put it in a box.
Okay, and the next thing I wanted to ask you was, where are you now? Do you have a website? Do you have a business established already?
I have several websites. That's another issue. I get off on one tangent and then I think, oh, I want to change this, and I go over there. And I need to stop changing and developing a perfect program and do something and then adjust it as I go. So that's my problem.
So do you have a website for this program?
Trying to decide what I want to name. I do. Yes.
Okay, what is it?
It's called Real Life Revised, because I have a book called Real Life and I'm revising it. So it's going to be based on that book, Real Life Revised.
RealLifeRevised.com?
Yes.
Okay.
And I just got that one because I was using Cynthia Martin online, and I decided, I didn't want to just do it under my name. I have that one. I got the domain from Your Simple Niche, and it's going to be hosted by Kelly McCausey.
Good.
She's doing the putting in the WordPress, because when you purchase the domain from her, or not the domain, the hosting from her, she uploads the WordPress and all that. So that'll be all ready and set up by the time we get there in February.
Good. Okay, so then you're not going to have to worry about setting up your WordPress. That's great.
No,
you'll just have to worry about design and funnel building and getting all that in. Now, are you doing anything with Kelly in the way of coaching or anything like that?
Well, I did some writing for her for PLR. I did some training to get in on her mastermind, but I've only done it for a couple weeks, and I'm writing an article a month for her faith-based business that she has going. Just really no directional from her as of yet. I'm just kind of listening, and I'm a big researcher. I watch, I listen, that sort of thing.
Okay, good. All right, so this is good. You're somebody who has a lot of energy, so you're giving me lots of information, right?
Yeah.
So this is really good, because it's the idea of flipping from thing to thing to thing is a problem for some people.
Oh, it's huge for me.
But it's also a blessing in some ways, because if you do that, you have a curiosity about stuff and you want to get stuff done, right? So what we want to do is hone.
I lost you, David.
Yes. Sorry.
I lost you there.
Still there?
Okay.
Are you there?
Yep, I'm here.
Okay. So the whole
all I heard was, go ahead.
So the whole purpose is we want to hone in on this to make this a specific, profitable enterprise for you. That's the deal. And focus on the one thing. We come back to the one thing mantra always, right?
Right.
So that's what we're going to do.
Exactly.
And you're a writer, so that's a big help. Okay. So do you have a lot of content already?
I have a lot of pieces of content because I've done so much counseling, and I've done workshops, and I bend it to whatever I need it for. So I have tons of content, but I didn't know in which voice to put it all together. But it won't take me long, to put content together, because I have it there, but I just need to tweak it, I guess is what you'd say.
Tell me what happens at a workshop.
Well, in a live workshop, people would come in beforehand. They would register. They'd send me a 12-page application. It has a lot about their family history, all that kind of stuff. So when they come in, we spend time doing what we call an interview. We go through their whole life. Then in an interview, we pair people up with one another to teach them also how to do this. So it kind of gets a bunch of people done at once. They review, do an interview. They go through their life history, which we would call bloodline or issues in your genealogy. We would go through that. We would go through any kind of wounding you had as a child. And usually in a workshop, we will only choose one item. Let's say a person comes in and they're really fearful. So we would work to find the roots of how that began and what wounding has happened through their life in order to keep creating this belief that they're always, that they have to be afraid. And then we would deal with whatever it was that caused that. And then we would help them with a new mindset that they can, trust God or whatever, find out whatever the root is. And then we would find a new belief for them. And then we'd help them through that so they could replace the lie with truth. And we do about 5 sessions with the people in a workshop. But what you do is it's built in such a way as you're learning how to do it because you're actually helping, you're all working on each other. So that's why it can only be, we only focus on one issue. Does that make sense?
It does. So tell me what your background training is. What makes you qualified to do this?
What makes me qualified to do this? I'm an ordained minister. I've done pastoral counseling for 10 years. I have a pastoral degree. I went through a bunch of traumatic experiences as a person. Most people who are counselors become counselors because they've needed it themselves. Truthfully, for me, went through traumatic divorce, that sort of thing. Happily remarried. I've had a wonderful last 15 years because of what this program that I've kind of went through on my own. It was reestablishing myself with who God really is instead of a religious, system where I just went to church every Sunday.
Sure.
And so it's life-based experience and pastoral experience and pastoral degree.
So this program that you had, that you went through yourself and developed, is it something you developed from scratch?
No, I went through a program called Healing House. I'm actually a trainer for them. I haven't done it for years for them, but I took their model and have changed it quite a bit to work for more of who I am and how I believe it should be and what actually happened in my life, because I went through their program and did a lot on my own. So I merged the two and changed them and made it my own system.
Okay. That's good.
And I've had I would say, I've never counted and I should have, but I've probably had maybe 500 people come through the program themselves. And
this is workshops live, or is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Personal ministry. I probably had maybe 100 go through workshops.
Good. So all I'm asking here, the reason I'm asking all this stuff is because this is really important information for your website.
Oh, right? Exactly. Okay.
And I'm writing stuff down. Okay.
And I have testimonials for people that have been through. I did a home church for a while, and I have people that came specifically because of the teaching that I provided. So I have lots of testimonials and people who to this day still call me and say, hey, I'm having this problem. What do I do? And I'm thinking, they're still calling me. There's still got to be a market out there. Yeah.
So when of these 500 people and the 100 workshops people, how many of those paid you?
Oh, all the personal ministry people, the 500 paid me, and all the workshop people paid me. But when I worked on pastoral care, which is something I did in my day job, we would say, they didn't pay. But
what's the cost for the personal ministry?
It was probably 5 or 6 years ago, and it was $750. But it went up. I needed to raise my prices, so I think I'm going to run it around $1,500 now.
And so, what is the structure of that? What's it look?
For the people who come to see me personally, it's the same thing that I do in the workshops, but it's all based on them specifically, and it's their whole life. How many weeks? Oh, if they come to see me personally, they only spend a week with me, 5 days.
And is it a weekend, or is it?
Whenever we can schedule it in, whatever I can open up.
Yeah. All right. And then so you've got 1,500 for the 5 days, the 100 workshops. How much do you charge for the workshops?
It was 200.
Okay. That gives me some idea of what kind of price we're looking at, what your history is with this, how we can this thing out. So, let's see. If you get people online to join some kind of a group program, does that work in any way for you?
I haven't tried that. That's where I'm at. I'd like to go there. I would really like to automate. I'm super into, and I've been watching you since you guys began with, I think just before you started with Infusionsoft, and I've been on the ride with you watching, getting all this stuff automated. And I think a lot of the processes I do could be automated, and redone. And I'm thinking, why am I recreating the wheel and saying the same things over and over and over again? And I realize, people need a personal touch, and that's good. But a lot of the things that I could actually be done on Zoom, or something very private, they don't actually have to be in front of me. I need to see them, because you read a lot of their facial expressions and their body language. So you really need to see them. But a lot of it could be done online. I just am trying to figure out how to translate it over.
Okay.
And that I wouldn't need to I wouldn't need to charge as much,
And that's what I'm thinking, is that we got to have some kind of an entry funnel, and what is that going to be for you?
Exactly.
Okay, so I've got some ideas about this, and I think over the next couple of meetings before we get together in February, we're going to have this funnel worked out for you. I think this is a really good idea. So it's a really good opportunity for us. I'm excited about this. You?
Good. Oh yeah, exactly. And when it came through, when your offer came through, I thought, yes, I'm going to do this. I'm going to not take the next deployment opportunity, because every time I get ready to do it, I get deployed out again, with insurance adjusting, because I make really good money and it's hard to say no. So I just want to if I can get this so I can make some money on it, then I won't have to do all that traveling. So
I didn't know insurance adjustment got deployed. That's pretty interesting.
Well, we do catastrophes. And I'm an independent. Yes, and I'm an independent. I contract with major insurance companies, and my company deploys me to wherever I'm needed. So yeah.
All right, Cynthia. Thank you very much. Anything else you want to ask before we go?
No, I don't think so. And we have a meeting tonight. Is that correct?
We do. 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock Central.
Okay, I'll be there. Yep, I'll be there. Thanks. Bye.